each summer we had training primarily with the Navy. To make a long story short, about my third year, there was a so-called Marine Corps option where a certain number were permitted to be commissioned in the Marine Corps rather than the Navy. I wanted to be a Marine, and so I selected that option, as a result of which the day I graduated, between my junior and senior year of college, we went to, in effect, officers boot camp is what it meant. The day I graduated, I was commissioned in the Marine Corps. Did it affect my life? Hell yeah, it certainly did affect my life, because from being a casual college student, one day I had to be a very responsible individual at the age of 21, and what I learned was responsibility, to be responsible.
Tell us a little bit about how you met Grandma, your spouse.
I met her when she was walking down the street on Glenway Avenue in Price Hill.
Okay, you just picked her up and
I introduced myself, and she still tells me what to do.
You hear that, Grandma? He's bad-mouthing you.
And she's still the lady I choose and love.
That's nice. Okay.
And that was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Grandma and I have been married for 53 years.
Tell us a little bit about your career as a lawyer, like how that progressed over time, how the business world changed as you were in it.
Well, my father was an attorney, and he was practicing attorney with an emphasis on trying civil cases. So when I was admitted to the bar, I went to work for his firm. There were 5 or 6 of us then, and we considered, quote, success, unquote, then to be the ability to try major civil cases involving a substantial amount of money. And that was primarily in the area of accident cases. But we were always on the defense. So that's what I aspired to be, and that's what I did for some, really 30 years or so. There's a certain amount of professional pride in being able to do that. Most lawyers never try a case, or couldn't even locate the courthouse if they had to, and that's not a derogatory comment. To the contrary, there's an awful lot of opportunities in the practice of law that have nothing to do with trying cases. So, but in any event, that was the emphasis in our firm. That's what I did. I'm proud of the fact that I did it, and it afforded me an opportunity to raise and educate 5 children. So,
who do you think in your lifetime was like the best president, and why?
Well, when I was born, Franklin D. Roosevelt was the president. And because I was too young to comment, I won't include him, but only because I don't think I was qualified to make that judgment then. In my lifetime, the 2 presidents that really struck me were John F. Kennedy and Bill Clinton. Kennedy enjoyed the popularity that I don't think any president has enjoyed since then. Whether justified or not, he enjoyed it. Bill Clinton, who really, in my opinion, caused real economic growth in the United States. Most prosperous times since I've been living were when Bill Clinton was the president. And when he left, the economy was very positive. There was a surplus, which you don't hear of these days. And notwithstanding the personal problems that he had as a president of the United States, I think the more time that passes, the more he's recognized to be a real positive for the country. And I think he enjoys that reputation even today. Well, he does enjoy that even today. So it was Kennedy and Clinton.
Okay. How have values changed in your lifetime? How have they progressed or evolved?
You mean moral values?
Sure, moral values.
Financial
Moral values, let's go with that.
values. Well, that's a tough one, Jake. Unfortunately, I think there more value is placed on financial, quote, success, unquote, today than there was when I was a very young man. I think people are judged more than they by their financial success versus their personal character. Not exclusively, but I think there's a tendency in that direction. So I think that our society in the United States, I think our society is struggling with what is most significant in life. The dollar sign or the integrity of one's life.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good answer. What surprises you most about society today? Is it that change in values, or is it something else?
Well, what surprises me the most is the incredible amount of communication that exists now and the availability of information as opposed to when I was your age. When something occurs in the world, it's almost instantly known, whereas when I was your age, it might have been a few days before an event across the globe would be learned here in the United States. It's not only communication, but the form of communication. And the availability of data and information. I'm not sure that's a surprise, but I think that's the most dramatic difference.
That works. Okay, well, that's all we got. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome, Jake.